Football predictions are most powerful when they combine clarity, confidence, and context. What follows is a decisive, match-by-match outlook built around structure, momentum, and competitive dynamics across leagues and competitions. Each fixture is approached with a clear result in mind, grounded in how teams typically manage pressure, control space, and impose rhythm over 90 minutes. The focus is not on individual brilliance but on collective patterns, game states, and tactical identity. These predictions are presented exactly as stated, followed by a deep dive into how each contest is likely to unfold from the opening whistle to the final moments. Albacete vs Barcelona. Correct score 0-2. Result: Barcelona win. The matchup sets up as a controlled contest in which territorial dominance and game management play decisive roles. From the outset, Barcelona are expected to assert authority through sustained possession and patient circulation, limiting Albacete's ability to build momentum. The visitors' structure is designed to stretch the pitch horizontally, drawing the home side deeper and forcing them into long defensive phases. Albacete's approach is likely to be cautious, prioritizing compactness and defensive numbers behind the ball. This strategy can frustrate early, but it often comes at the cost of attacking output. With limited opportunities to progress through midfield, their offensive moments may rely on isolated transitions rather than sustained pressure. As the match develops, Barcelona's ability to recycle possession and probe consistently should begin to open spaces. The first breakthrough is expected to come from a sustained phase of pressure rather than a sudden counter, reflecting a methodical dismantling of the defensive block. Once the opening goal arrives, the game state shifts further in favor of the visitors. The second half is likely to follow a similar pattern, with Barcelona controlling tempo and minimizing risk. Albacete may push slightly higher in search of an equalizer, but this adjustment tends to expose gaps between defensive lines. A second goal capitalizes on this imbalance, effectively settling the contest. The clean sheet reflects disciplined positioning and control rather than last-ditch defending, reinforcing the sense of a professional, composed performance. Bayer Leverkusen vs St. Pauli. Correct score 2-0. Result: Bayer Leverkusen win. This fixture presents a clear contrast in ambition and execution. Bayer Leverkusen enter with an expectation to dominate possession and dictate the pace, while St. Pauli are positioned to absorb pressure and look for sporadic openings. From the opening minutes, the home side's intent to push high and compress the field should be evident. Leverkusen's pressing structure is likely to prevent St. Pauli from establishing rhythm in midfield. By winning second balls and forcing turnovers in advanced areas, the home side can sustain attacking waves that gradually wear down resistance. St. Pauli's defensive organization may hold initially, relying on narrow lines and collective discipline. The first goal is expected to arrive before halftime, emerging from a sequence where pressure becomes cumulative rather than explosive. Once the deadlock is broken, the dynamic changes significantly. Leverkusen can then manage the game with greater composure, choosing moments to accelerate while maintaining balance. In the second half, St. Pauli may attempt to adjust by committing more bodies forward, but this often results in transitional vulnerability. Leverkusen's second goal is likely to come from exploiting space left behind rather than from sheer volume of chances. The clean sheet underscores control rather than dominance, reflecting a match where the outcome is rarely in doubt once the initial breakthrough occurs. Arsenal vs Chelsea. Correct score 1-1. Result: Arsenal win or draw. This encounter is defined by tension, rhythm shifts, and mutual respect. Both sides are expected to approach the match with a balanced mindset, aware that overcommitment can be costly. Early phases are likely to be cagey, with each team probing without fully exposing defensive structure. Arsenal's home advantage plays a role in shaping the tempo, encouraging proactive phases of possession and territorial pressure. Chelsea, however, are well equipped to respond with compact organization and sharp transitions. The midfield battle becomes central, with neither side able to fully impose sustained dominance. The opening goal could arrive from a moment of assertiveness rather than sustained pressure, reflecting how tightly contested the match is. Whether Arsenal take the lead or respond to pressure, the crowd influence and game management help maintain composure. Chelsea's response is expected, as their structure allows them to absorb setbacks and reassert balance. An equalizer brings renewed intensity, but also caution. As the match progresses, both teams recognize the value of a point and the risk of overreaching. Late phases may feature increased physicality and set-piece pressure, yet clear chances remain limited. The draw reflects parity, while the double chance leans toward Arsenal due to home control and stability in key moments. Bologna vs AC Milan. Correct score 1-2. Result: AC Milan win or draw. This contest promises competitive energy and tactical nuance. Bologna's home environment encourages assertiveness, particularly in early stages where pressing and vertical play can disrupt rhythm. AC Milan, however, are accustomed to navigating such challenges with structured build-up and positional discipline. The opening exchanges are likely to be intense, with Bologna attempting to impose tempo and capitalize on early momentum. This approach may yield opportunities and even a breakthrough, reflecting the home side's willingness to commit numbers forward. However, such ambition often creates transitional exposure. AC Milan's response is expected to be measured rather than reactive. By gradually regaining control of midfield spaces and managing possession phases, they can reduce Bologna's influence. The equalizer shifts psychological balance, placing pressure back on the hosts. As the match enters its later stages, experience in managing game states becomes decisive. AC Milan's ability to remain compact while exploiting moments of disorganization leads to a second goal that ultimately defines the result. Even if Bologna maintain pressure, the visitors' resilience and control support the win or draw outcome, with the correct score reflecting a narrow but telling edge. Barnet vs Crewe. Correct score 2-1. Result: Barnet win. This fixture is characterized by competitiveness and fine margins. Barnet's home advantage plays a significant role, particularly in setting an aggressive tone from the outset. Crewe are expected to approach with organization and intent to frustrate, but the physical and psychological demands of playing away shape the match. Barnet's early pressure is likely to focus on direct progression and territorial gains, forcing Crewe into defensive adjustments. The first goal reflects this initiative, emerging from sustained pressure rather than a single moment. Crewe's response is important, as their ability to regroup and find an equalizer keeps the contest alive. The second half becomes more open, with both sides recognizing opportunities. Barnet's persistence and willingness to commit forward eventually create decisive moments. The winning goal reflects resilience and adaptability rather than dominance, highlighting the importance of momentum swings. Crewe may push late in search of another equalizer, but Barnet's defensive organization and game management see out the result. The 2-1 scoreline captures the competitive balance while emphasizing the home side's edge in critical phases. Recap: Albacete vs Barcelona ends 0-2, with Barcelona securing a controlled victory. Bayer Leverkusen vs St. Pauli finishes 2-0, confirming a composed home win. Arsenal vs Chelsea concludes 1-1, with Arsenal favored on the win or draw line. Bologna vs AC Milan closes 1-2, supporting AC Milan on the win or draw option. Barnet vs Crewe results in a 2-1 home win for Barnet. Each prediction aligns with tactical balance, momentum management, and match context, delivering a cohesive and confident outlook across all 5 fixtures.